guy under the thing. Nearly fell on him.
Charlie Parsons.
Sorry,
For Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight Store. I've got a feeling that this is going to cut out at some point throughout to create some more memory, but we will stop and pause in due course. Frank, how are we, mate? We're in Orlando, we're in Florida. I'm quite gassed.
It's a nice place to be, isn't it, Parsons? Why are we really quiet and whispering? Why are we not doing this by the pool as well?
I feel a bit, well, I thought integral to get the branding of your magnificent partners in.
Caribe Royale as well. Lovely place when you next come to Orlando. Come stay. Our good friends at Stage Front as well over here. And Matchroom, obviously. The funders of my extravagant lifestyle.
Let's talk about this show this Saturday. It's a humdinger. Before we go on to the Conor Benn return, Hitchins-Zepeda, final eliminator, McCaskill-Ryan, undisputed, Ammo Williams versus Steve Rolls. Big card.
Yeah, 100%. Look, we believe Richardson Hitchins has got a massive future. He's got real star potential, and Zepeda's a tough fight for him. Zepeda's coming here for the win, and the winner of this fight goes on to some massive fights in the division after this. So, it's an exciting main event there. You've got Sandy Ryan and Jessica McCaskill for the world titles as well. That's a tremendous fight. It's going to be some set up some more big fights in 2024 as well. Look, Sandy Ryan, the journey she's been on, when you think she took that loss, came back, avenged it straight away, and is here now in the position she is, just shows what a great story. Jessica McCaskill as well has obviously done great things as well in boxing. So, what?
Nothing.
Why are you laughing?
No, I thought you were sort of being a bit tongue-in-cheek because of the comments last month.
No. Look, you can't take away from what she's done in the sport. Obviously, there are. Yeah, obviously. Well, I'm trying to be mature these days. Get in too much trouble for causing problems, don't I? You can shout as much as you want. Honestly, it's fine. It's like not a real interview. It's just some child they sent over. Ammo Williams, as well. He's in a tough fight as well.
What's his mental headspace like?
I think he's in a good place. The key for him is going to be keeping him active after this as well. But I think, Ammo gets through Saturday night. There's big fights for him next year as well, because there's not much in that division, really, when you look at it. And he's a character, and I think he can move very quickly. Khalil Coe's back out as well on the card, and then we've got some local guys. And then, obviously, the news of Conor Benn's return, which came this morning.
Conor Benn does return this Saturday. His opponent has 3 losses, none of them by stoppage. Conor says that he will be the first person to do that within 3 rounds. What is the process, Frank? How long have you known that he will be on this card? I think we sort of had an idea last week. What is the testing process in the build-up to this fight? And where is his current situation with the current appeal from the British Boxing Board of Control regarding the UKAD suspension being lifted?
Yeah, look, when it comes to the fight itself, I think you got to understand he's been out the ring 18 months. He's coming back at 154 pounds, I think this one is, or 155, I believe. And I think he needs to get back in there. He needs to get back in the ring and shake off any ring rust ahead of a big fight, whoever that may be at the end of the year. We've been working on this, ever since he was cleared and his suspension was lifted. We've been working on what the plan was, and we always wanted to try and get him that warm-up fight with the aim to be a big fight towards the end of the year, obviously. The process hasn't been, we've been through a stringent process to get to this point. The ABC, which is essentially for across the US, the sort of overarching commission. Each state has their own commission, but the ABC approved him to box. Why do you keep laughing?
You went overarching commission?
Okay.
Sorry.
I feel like I'm trying to be really sensible for you today, and then ABC. No, that's true. But this is a serious matter. This is a sensible matter. ABC cleared him. He's obviously got a license with the Texas Commission. They cleared him. The Florida Commission cleared him. He's been through all of those processes. He's free to box. He's got no active suspension, and this appeal could go on and on and on and on. And at what point do people accept, right, you asked him to deal with it at the start with the WC, he did that. Then you asked him to deal with it with the NADP, he did that, he won it. They're now deciding to appeal. Fine. But that could go on and on and on.
What is the process here?
It could drag on. These legal things can drag on, but he's been through every process, been cleared at every point, and he's free to box. So in terms of the process for this one, we obviously, as I say, we work with the ABC, we work with the Florida and Texas Commission, who also spoke to the British Boxing Board of Control, who said they had no issue with him boxing. He's had multiple VADA tests as well in the lead up to this fight. So, it's the reality is people are never going to be happy. It's just the truth. And this could be, regardless of where we end up in 5 years, there's always going to be people saying the same thing. That's just the reality of it. We're talking about a young man who's been out the ring for 18 months, been through a period that no one could ever imagine going through. And, he deserves to be back in the ring. So, and the focus is now Saturday night, get a good win, and then a big one.
Eddie revealed to me that if Conor Benn is indeed victorious on Saturday night, you will be making a very substantial offer to the Sauerlands regarding the fight. Now, what are the intricacies of said offer? Because obviously we don't know if he can fight in the UK yet. He still has to apply to the British Boxing Board of Control for permission. How can you make an offer without having said permission just yet? Or would it just be like, this is the money we put up, we aim to do it in the UK, there is a chance we take it abroad?
This is the process we're going through and the discussions we're having, and there's going to be variations of that. Like I say, I've had multiple conversations with Sauerland over the last few weeks, but obviously this was the first part of the puzzle to get through, was getting this up and running, getting him his fight. Because without this fight, he wouldn't have gone into a big fight. It's just the reality. So now we've done this, our job is now turns to how do we make that fight happen next? And Conor's told us, I want a big fight. He wants Eubank. It's the biggest fight out there. Like, you can't, neither for both of them. You can't say anything different. For both of them, it's the biggest fight to be made. We're talking to Calla around that. And, look, this is where this sport's so mad, and it's all these people shouting about their narrative and their agenda, right? You'll have Boxxer going, oh, Conor Benn shouldn't be able to fight until he's all cleared, while in the background he's trying to make offers to make the fight. So, what
are your thoughts on that?
It doesn't surprise me. It's happened the whole way along. So, and we're not always right, okay? But when it's legal and we've done our job and everything's correct and we're following the law, we're always correct, right? Sometimes maybe people will say you made a mistake in the whole Conor Benn situation. Okay, we learn. When it comes to legalities, don't fuck around. But this is what they've done. That's why he's got no friends in boxing. That's why no one wants to work with him. That's the truth. So, I don't want to go on about but don't come out and be like, I shouldn't be boxing until this is clear when you're out there trying to make offers. Please, do me a favour. Go and get into some other business, because you're going to last about 5 more minutes, son.
Riyadh from the Mail has made... Yes, sorry.
Riyadh is in,
I know,
in Saudi
Arabia. I don't know why that came out of my mouth. In my view, boxers who fail drug tests should not be allowed to fight until the process of proving innocence/guilt is finished. The process involving Ben is ongoing. Remarkable that a licence can be handed out in these circumstances. Obviously, I'm sure you would have seen Dan Raphael and Adam Cattrall making similar comments online, and I'm sure there'll be others out there.
Yeah, I mean, look, certain people have got their own agendas. They've got their favourite promoters. They're going to push the narrative. And look, Simon Jordan, right, loves Boxxer and Ben Shalom. If Ben Shalom and Boxxer made this fight somehow happen, he'd be all over it. Oh no, he's gone through. But all these people have their narratives they have to follow. But look, everyone can have their opinion. It's the joy of social media, and I think a lot of people have a view without having any understanding of what he's been through and the processes he's been through. But where does this stop? Right, where the appeal takes another 9 months. What? He just won it before. So it's kind of like we're very confident in our position, because he's just to get to this point to box here. The number of layers he's had to go through and the amount of people that have had to be happy to make this happen. As I say, the ABC, the Florida Commission, the Texas Commission have even spoken to the British Boxing Board of Control as well. But don't get me wrong, Terry on social media says he's not happy about it. The reality is he's never going to win. That's just the truth. And I think I don't want to be seen that we're just sort of going, forget about it. But he's been through all of these processes that no one understands. Like you don't, I don't. Like I'm not an expert. Just like all these people aren't experts. But everyone's got a view on it, because they follow some people on social media who've got a view on it, and they take their word as Bible. So.
Well, look, I'm going to sort of just do a last one on the card this week. We're going to catch up every day, so we're already quite a bit into this interview. I may as well hit you with everything tomorrow and the day after that. Orlando, Saturday night, big card, worldwide viewership, on the same night of Zhang Joyce, so boxing fans are in for a big one. Final message?
Don't miss it. It's going to be a big show Saturday night. I'm sure we'll do some more things this week. We'll do some outfit reviews with Parsons, because I know you boxing fans love it when he talks about fashion. And keep tuned in. Stay positive, people. Smile. Be happy. And be happy.